Alrighty, you old people. Today we're going to be talking about sizing and risk management. All right. I messed up on the video prior. That's why I'm erasing. All right. Anyways, we're going to be talking about prop firm accounts and then also live accounts, right? Either or, pretty similar things. Not really similar. Let's get right into it, right? For prop accounts, we're going to be talking about Top Step. This is the most easiest firm we can talk about. We're going to be reviewing their 50K live account, or 50K prop account, right? We're not going to talk about the evaluation stage. I'll give you guys a quick 30-second run on the evaluation stage. Basically, on the 50K account, you have to make 3K without losing 2K. You have to make 3,000 without losing 2,000, and then you have to divide that between 2 days. So, 2 or more days. Minimum 2 days. So let's say you pass in minimum 2 days, 1,500, you pass the account because that equates to $3,000 account balance, right? Anyways, then what was I gonna say? How you pass your evaluation counts, I don't really care because that equates to your personal financial stability, right? I know people that blow 500K on, well, I personally know people that blow 500 to 700K on evaluation fees and activation fees, which kind of fall into the same bracket a year. But they're making $1 to $1.5 million a year, right? So they're kind of doubling. I still don't agree with that whole crazy rush, and rush to pass the accounts, rush to pass to get these activation fees going. But I don't trade proper accounts no more. I made the complete switch over to live account. Anyway, so evaluation stages based on your own financial stability. If you have 10K liquid, obviously you can't afford to fail 5 accounts a week. If you have $10 million liquid, obviously you can afford to do that, right? Anyways, let's not waste time on that. 50K express account. Express account being the account that you could take payouts from, right? So 50K express account. So this is $50,000 express, right? We'll just shorten this up. That's a terrible spelling, but anyways, let me fix that. It's bothering me. Erase. We'll just spell it out because I'm all right. Express account. This is not your account balance. My head hurts talking about this. It's not your account balance. I know it's such common sense for a lot of people, but let's make it more common sense for the people that don't understand that 50K express is not your account balance. It's just an account label for your live funds. How much live fund do you have in 50K express account? Guess how much? Pretty common sense. Correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. It should be 2K. If it's not, it's like 3K. But let's say it's 2K, all right? I don't trade these prop accounts no more. So you have $2,000 in drawdown. We'll shorten that up, DD. You have $2,000 in drawdown. Why do you guys think it's rational? Why do you guys think you're going to get longevity or sustainability sizing 1 to 2 minis with this? Even minis in general. Why do you guys think that's... Why do you even think of that? I understand you could think of that in the beginning, but I don't think this requires a lot of skill to pass. It's like a kindergarten test. 1 + 1 is 2. I think that's how simple sizing is, right? Very, very simple. I'm trying not to curse in this video, right? You guys think, let's drop down to 1 mini, right? Because 2 minis I see a lot, but I see 1 mini a little more often. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of see 2 minis more often on a 50K express account. Let's do 1 mini though, all right? Let's not get too let me not criticize people too much, right? So we're doing 1 mini per 50K account, right? We're not going to be talking about copy trading, no other bullshit. We're just going to be talking about 1 account, 2K drawdown. If you hit that 2K loss, you blow the account. 1 mini, these days, past 6 to 12 months that I've been trading and I've been seeing people on X and stuff like that, an ideal stop loss is right around 20 points, right? That's like, this is like the minimum, I'd say. Sometimes you can catch those 10-point stop losses. Sometimes you can even catch the continuation trades that only have like a 5-point stop loss, yes. But the ideal average of the entire, like all these people's stop losses, even mine, is like 20 points. Mine go up to like 100 points. Nah, that may be reaching a little bit, like 80 points, right? I think last week we had like 85-point stop loss. It didn't get hit, but we were targeting like a 400-point take profit, which did get hit. So 80 points to yield you 400 points is very rational, right? But ideally, we're just going to be dumbing this down to 20 points just to keep everything so simple, right? This equates to a $200 loss, right? It's pretty simple. 10 point. Wait, no, sorry, that's 400-point loss. I thought it was 10 points. $400 loss, 1 mini, 20 points, right? You lose $400. Let's factor in some slippage, some one extra over trade or this and that, and bump that up to 500, right? You only have 4 trades on this account until it blows. And then you see this right here? That was terrible. Redo. I used to take art class. You see that? That's a teardrop. This is what happens after you blow your account due to oversizing. Oversizing is the number 1 cause of blowing accounts in prop firm history and overtrading. But we're going to be talking about oversizing first. Oversizing. Why do I feel like that sounds wrong? Anyways. 1 mini, 20-point stop loss is the ideal average currently in the current markets. 20-point stop loss on 1 mini is $400. Your account balance is only 2 G's. Don't say it's 50 G's. We're going to get rid of this 50 G's because it's getting me upset and giving me a headache. We'll get rid of the teardrop too since we're not crying currently yet. 1 mini, 20-point stop loss equates to a $400 loss. Let's factor in some slippage, some other bullshit, over trades and stuff like that. You have 4 trades until you blow this account. Why do you think it's rational for you to... All right, put this prop account aside. If you were to open $2,000 on a live account, you think it's rational for you to be trading 1 mini? If you were working minimum wage, not minimum wage, mid-wage, making a G a week, right? $1,000 a week. You got to save for like a month. Let's say you slave out and save $2,000 for a month, right? Which is pretty hard if you do have bills and food and stuff like that. But let's say you save $2,000 for a full month. You worked a full month to save $2,000. Then you put it into a live account. You think it's smart to trade 1 mini? Honestly, ask yourself. I'm not going to go too deep into this topic. Just ask yourself that. Listen, I'm not going to tell you guys what's right and wrong. I'm just going to lay out the information. It's your job to take that information, go home. You probably are home already. And study that for yourself. You let me know if that's right or wrong. Let alone being right or wrong. Just you let me know how this information comes out, right? Let me fix this a bit. Anyways, this obviously, as I said, very irrational. You want to know what's rational on a 2K live account or a 2K prop account? Nobody's going to like this. 2 micros. 1 to 2 micros. That's what's rational on a 2K live account. You can put this over to you can put this under the same bracket as a live account because it kind of is. You're kind of just trading that. Let's not talk about all the rules. I don't want to have another headache, right? 1 to 2 micros. I'm gonna tell you guys a short story, very short story. Let's not waste too much time on this topic, right? Last year, including this year, when my Discord was like really popping, it's still been doing very well across social media and stuff like that. I get countless DMs every time I post a trade recap, every time I post anything trading related. Hey, I blew my account. What can I do different to be profitable? All right, let's put the strategy aside, edge aside, discipline, all of this aside, right? It all pretty much comes down to one thing. If you have 2K in live funds, if you're sizing one micro, it's going to take you a long time to blow that account, right? So what I like to tell people, let's say 99% of these people that are DMing me are like pretty much brand new traders to the market. Like they just learned how to download Top Step and this stuff or buy accounts and stuff. I just tell them one thing. Just size one micro. I never say 2 micros, honestly. I'm being lenient right now, giving you guys 1 to 2 micros. I say just size 1 micro. I just want to see 1 micro 30 days. If you do that, I'll send you, Zelle you, PayPal you, whatever you want for your first 2 accounts, 3 accounts. If you pass that account, I'll pay for your activation fee. I honestly do this. I'll show you guys proof if you guys don't believe me. I'll pay for your accounts, right? They're like, okay. I'll do that. What happens 2 weeks later? Can you guys guess what happens 2 weeks later? Or even some people, I had like 2, 3 people, 3 days later after I tell them to do this. Hey, I blew my account again. I try to simplify everything. So I try to break it down very simply. What did you do wrong? Did you oversize? Yeah, I switched back to 1 mini. Or no. Instead of 1 micro, I like the position, so I sized up to 15 micros, 10 micros. And then I kind of just like don't respond to those people, right? Because it's very disrespectful for you to reach out to me and then me take the time out of my day to give you a really, really experienced advice, let's say advice. And then you kind of just like completely disrespect that and then go back to your old ways, you know what I mean? If this was rocket science, I would respect you. But this is not rocket science. It's fucking kindergarten, dude. All you have to do is just log on every day. Keep your trade count under. Also keep your trade count under 2. That's what I told all these people DMing me. Look, I'm going to give you guys the blue pin right now. Trade count under 2. And then size under 2 micros. My spelling sucks today. Don't make over 2 trades a day. That means don't make 3 trades a day. And then don't size over 2 damn micros. Please just try that. If you're unprofitable, which 90% of you guys are, just try this damn theory. It's not rocket science. This is the all see and damn star right here. This is everything. That looks terrible. Whoa. I didn't mean to do that. That looks satanic. Anyways, you guys understand it. This is the way out, that nobody wants to just do it because they're so focused on all these social media stars posting, oh, Lamborghini this, AMG this, Coinseg this. You don't understand. These people gave 5-10 years of their life to this thing. And then you want to come in the market and just disrespect all their struggle and expect to make 10, 20, 30K a month? How about we talk about making 2K a month? Why don't we focus on 2K a month? Why does everybody want the 30K a month? You know one thing I'm going to get into in another video? I'm going to just tease it right here. Why do you want this money? All right? Pretty much going to end it off there. Why do you want this money? Who are you comparing yourself to? And, you know, I got cut off there. Sorry. That's it. Why do you want this money? Who are you comparing yourself to? And why are you comparing yourself to them? There we go. I'm catching back on. And who's setting the standard? Who's setting the damn standard? Is this 22-year-old kid in a Coinseg setting the standard? No, that should never be the standard. Why is he the standard? Because once you reach that 22-year-old Coinseg, let's say you turn 22, you buy a Coinseg, then what's the standard? Then you see this 25-year-old with a Bugatti Chiron, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the standard. Let me chase that, or else I'm not fulfilled with my life. I'm not gonna get deep into that. We're gonna get into that in another video. That one's gonna be called fulfillment. Anyways, I hope you guys understand this prop account sizing. To keep it very down and simple, this is your whole theory that guarantee works. Under 2 trades a day, 2 micros per trade. Do that for 30 days. Come back to me. You'll be a changed trader. Whether you are profitable after the first month or unprofitable. I don't care if you're profitable or unprofitable after that month of doing this theory. It's still going to mold you into a better trader. I promise you, I guarantee you. Nobody listens. Switching over to the live account. Pretty similar to this prop account because we did kind of like narrow this down into the 2K drawdown. So live account is more percentage based. Prop account is more so you want to kind of like build them up and stuff like that and then build into that payout. Live account, you shouldn't really care too much about like that rushing them payouts and stuff like that because it's your hard-earned money and stuff like that. So you kind of want to take that a bit slower and stuff like that. You know, you want to risk accordingly and stuff like that. So getting right into it, we got 50K live funds. We have 1 to 2%, which is ideally what people risk on live accounts, like 1 to 2%. Me personally, I don't size up to that 2% yet. I am pretty new to the live accounts. I'm only like 2 months in. Anyways, 1 to 2% on a 50K account is pretty simple. 1% is $500. 2% is 2% is $1,000. I personally risk like 1% on my personal live account. I'm not gonna tell you guys how much the live account is, obviously, but I size 1%. Some days I size 0.5%. And if the market really expands, I might get up to like 1.2%. I don't think I've got it to like a 1.5% risk a day yet. Yeah, no, definitely. I haven't even reached a 1% risk day. I've reached days where I've done like 3% a day, right? And profit. But risk is we're going to transfer this over to risk management because this is a perfect way to transfer it over. But let me just complete this 13% first. You know what 13% is, guys? This looks terrible, dude. I apologize for that. You know what 13% is? This is the average hedge funds, let's just put HF, yearly return. That's the average hedge fund's yearly return. I personally know 0.72 as a hedge fund. I know some of the statistical arbitrage managers there and stuff like that. They look at 13% a year as like a median, you know what I mean? So you don't really want to go below that. It's possible to go below that. But then if you deliver 13% after fees to your customers or clients, that's pretty good. You know, it's rational. It's a good amount, especially on large bucks. Like people averagely give them 10 to 20 million, even more. You know what I mean? So really quickly, you think it's rational for you to come into the market as a newbie? You're a rookie. You have no idea what the markets are. You think it's rational for you to come in the market and make like 20, 30K a month on a let's say you have a live account, because prop accounts are out of the discussion right now. Say you have a live account, 10K live account, right? That's decent for a new trader, right? 10K live account. You think it's rational for you to go for a $10,000 fucking month, man? Really? $10,000 account and you want to go for a 10K month or even a 5K month? My advice on sizing: size down, go for longevity. Your losses, make sure you can handle. Let's say you're risking $200. Let's make sure you can handle, like, I don't know exact numbers, so I'm not going to break it all down. It's going to give me a headache. Let's say you can handle 6 to 10 months of fair. Nah, that's a little extreme. Let's say you can handle 6 months of losses, hitting your stop loss once a day, right? I think that's like a little rational. 3 months, 6 months. Maybe not every day, but I hope you guys get the gist of it. It's not like set numbers, but it's more so like feel of it. So yeah, I hope you guys understood that. Live account, I didn't really go too much in depth because it's pretty common sense. Once you open your live account, let's say you open a 100K live account, you kind of want to tie that into your personal financial life as well. Like if you have a 100K live account and like 200K liquid in your bank with no, let's say you have no assets, nothing, 200K in your Chase account, 100K in your live account, you should be fine with like losing $100. I mean, $100, $500, $1,000. Some trades, you know what I mean. $5,000, you're oversizing. $2,000, you're oversizing a bit, you know. But yeah, like $1,000, $2,000 on a trade, and that's like to the extreme extent. Should be good for you guys. All right, let's kick this whiteboard away. Let's get you guys into risk management really quickly. It's gonna be a quick topic, you know, guys. Let's minimize this really quick, and this as well. All right. So if you guys want to see that whiteboard, just go back and just screenshot the whiteboard at the end. All right. So risk management. You guys got all the sizing, right? So I'm not gonna really get into depth about risk management, but I'm gonna just give you guys the broader gist of it. So we'll go to today's trade. Today's trade was perfect, right? We had 2 trades today. We had one at 9:30. So we're going to pull out these tools for you guys. And then we also had one at this high over here, right? Did I do that? Yeah, I think I did that. All right, we'll talk more so about this. All right, we lost this trade. I'll still get into the loss, obviously. I'm not ducking the loss, but we'll talk about this trade first, right? So 9:30 open. Where's 9:30 open? Right around here. You see where we're rejecting that. I'm not going to talk about strategy and stuff like that here. I'm just talking about risk management. My personal risk management, right? So I know that if I do shorts, I'm trying not to get into strategy here. If I do shorts, I know my draw, right? Whether it's my stop loss or take profit, I know both draws, right? So look, if we're rejecting here, I'm really trying not to get into strategy. If we break here, we're likely going to get into this drop here. And then if we break this daily imbalance as well as the 4-hour open, this is really getting into strategy. I apologize. Then we'll likely just break down into this 280, right? Yeah, 279. You just want to make sure you're making more than what you're risking is what risk management is, right? You don't want to be taking this kind of really just, I'm really just like remodeling the sizing part of this. So let's say you're sizing 1 micro here, right? Your risk should ideally be smaller than your take profit. I really don't know how else to put this. You obviously don't want to take no trades that are like this. I mean, like this. Like you're not going to take this long here with a stop loss here. So you're risking 35 points to make 12 points here, right? That's very irrational, very dumb. I hope nobody's doing that. All right, I hope this is very common sense, guys. Here, very rational, very perfect. Oh, we'll talk about the loss we took today because that's a bit better to talk about. Talk about the loss. So I took long off of this inefficiency here, somewhere around here, right? I took long. I think I was after this candle. Took long here. No, we broke above there. So I took this long here. So we came back up into this inefficiency here. And then my stop loss was pretty much at this 4-hour wick, which we did get stopped out. And then my targets were up here at 514, which is absolutely impossible to hit recently. Anyways, as you can see, we're risking 25 points to yield us 100 points. Very, very perfect position. It's a 1 to 5, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to read these points, dude. 3 to 7. Oh, 3 to 7. All right, I'm risking 3 points to get 7 points. I think that's how you read it. I don't know. I don't really look at that stuff. Anyways, that's pretty much it for risk management. I don't really know how else to put this. Just make sure your risk management and your sizing is correct, right? Risk management, always make sure you're at a positive risk management. You always want to be risking less than what you're making. I hope this is common sense. I think it's such common sense that it's hard for me to describe. Like, there's probably complexities to this that I can't describe because it's such common sense to me. You don't risk more than what you make. It's like here we'll put it this way as well. Like I used to describe this, now I'm remembering. Like if you're losing, or if you're losing 1 unit, right? Let's say you're losing $100 here. Well, no, we'll go by units. If you're losing 1 unit, but let's say you're losing 1 unit, but if you win 3 units, right? You can lose this trade 2 times and win only 1 time to go back to break even. You understand? For example, this is perfect. I got the teaching under control now. All right, let's say this is a 1 to 3. I don't know how to read this bullshit risk reward ratio thing. Let's say these are 1 to 3 risk rewards. They look pretty decent. Let's say price comes down into here, go up, and then we come back, we get stopped. -1 unit, right? -$100. Let's say this is $100 minus $100, and this is plus $300, right? This is pretty rational, and that's it for all three positions, right? So, boom, you get stopped out, you lose $100. Price comes up again, whatever bullshit, you get stopped out again, right? Now you're down $200 on the day. We'll put minus 100 here. Now getting into the third position, I'm not saying these are all in the same day, right? This could be in the span of a week, a month, a year. You take 3 trades a year, I don't care. Now you're down $200 on the year, on the day, on the week, whatever you are. You're down $200. Now if this third trade works out, now you're plus 300. There we go. Now you're plus $100, right? You understand? Does this make sense? You're down 202 trades. You're down 202 trades. You profit 300 on your third trade because you're risking 1 to 3 on each trade. So now, basic math, 300 minus 200, and you're left with $100 profit. Whoops, not 1,000. $100 profit. Understood? My risk reward is usually 1 to 5, so I'm better than this, or like 2 to 7, 2 to 10. I don't know exact ratios, dude, but I risk very, very little. Like for example, yesterday I risked 40, 50, I think $50 or $70, right around there, to make 500 or 700. No, 700. So I risked $70 to make $700, and then I got stopped out at $400 profit or $500 profit, something like that. Put that into risk reward. You want to do 1 unit as a loss. Basically, I'm risking 1 unit to make 7 units, but I made 5 units. So we'll say we closed out 1 to 5 RR. So usually my usual trades are 1 to 5 RR. All right. Very simple, guys. Just make sure I don't really like 1-to-1s. Some people trade 1-to-1s. I've really never met somebody personally that was profitable trading 1-to-1s. But if you are, who am I to talk to you? Who am I to talk bad on you, right? Continue your ways. Anyways, I hope you guys love this video. I'm going to be pushing out all this content. Sorry for the tank top today, guys. It's super hot in this house, dude. And it's like -degrees outside. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your feedback in the comments, and I can't wait to pursue this thing with you guys. I'm really trying to push out the truth in trading, not no bullshit. You guys understand? All right. Love you all, and we'll see you next time for the fulfillment video. All right. I'm not gonna forget about that. See you.